I'm walking around and I've got my Captain America shirt on, and this guy looks at me. He goes, "Captain America, save us!" And I told him, I said, "Yeah, we need saving now more than ever." And he said, "Well, I don't know if I'd go that far."
Whoa.
And I said, "Hey, man, you started this."
Yeah, you started this.
Oh my God. This is not normal.
Welcome to Irritable Dad Syndrome, home of the world's biggest avocado. Give it up for your hosts, Mike and Darin.
Hi, I'm Darin.
I am Mike.
Welcome to Irritable Dad Syndrome, Cincinnati's comedy podcast. This is episode 322, and I sound sexy as hell.
This is the first time that me and Darin have been together in
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
If
In
you-
a day.
In a day.
Yeah.
If you listen to this podcast
Not that I'm counting.
sequentially,
Uh-huh.
I mean, you've just come off of the best of volume 6.
That's right. Oh, what an episode
Year
that was.
6 has been one of our best years. So
Oh,
I want to
I'm telling you.
I want to apologize in advance for this episode.
I think this episode's going to be a banger.
Okay, all right.
Every time we take a long time off, and when we come back, it's just a freaking show, man. It's a rock
true.
show.
And
Yeah.
longtime listeners, this is going to shock you, but Darin put together a rundown, and I contributed nothing. But a lot of stupid things happened to me in the past 3
yeah.
weeks. A lot. And so what's going to happen is they're going to come out randomly. So
Yeah.
our longtime listeners, especially our top tier patrons, the people who've been with us since the beginning.
Top tier.
Top tier.
Yeah.
You've got I'm going to call it the spectrum of Darin
Yeah.
that you're going to hear over this episode. Right now, Darin is so happy that we're recording an episode, as am I.
I am.
Spirits are high. Mood elevators are up there. However, as the episode progresses and we go through Darin's rundown, my dumbass will start to inject little things here and there. And oh, by the way, let me tell you this 15-minute story that we didn't plan for. And you're going to slowly hear Darin's mood elevator
What are you doing?
go downward.
Yeah,
and the unspoken, what's wrong with you?
Mike's going to disrupt the flow.
So, for fun, listen to Darin in the first few seconds of this episode, then listen to him at the very end.
Compare.
when
Hold
we're
them,
done.
Hold them side by side.
Compare, contrast. It'll be like watching Anakin turn to the
That's
dark
right.
side.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, as I mentioned, I am sick. I tested negative for the COVID. I have once again bronchitis. I get bronchitis at least once a year. Libby and I went on a cruise. I'm going to talk a lot about the cruise. I'm not going to tell you everything about the cruise because that would take you like 8 hours to listen to every little story that we have. So I'm going to hit the highlights of our cruise. But when we got home from our cruise, Libby was coughing and hacking, and she had she's like, "I think I have a cold." I'm like, "How do you get a cold on a tropical cruise?"
Yeah.
And we went to the doctor, and she picked up some kind of virus, and it was she tested negative for flu and COVID.
Well, you guys have been playing around with some monkeys.
Well, yeah, I told
Yeah.
the doctor, I said, let's say hypothetically,
Yeah.
we went to like the Dominican Republic,
Yeah.
okay, and then we paid money to let monkeys climb all over our body. Could that give
Right.
you a virus? And the doctor's
Yeah.
like, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, she got sick, and then I got her crap. Anyway, so I am on prescription medication, and if I have to take a break to cough and hack up some stuff, that's what we'll do. But man, I have missed you.
I've missed you too.
I have. I really have.
What's new with me? I did not go on a cruise.
Yeah.
We haven't really done anything this year in terms of vacation. And I just found out that Charlie has school starting next week. That's insane
That's
to me.
ridiculous.
And Andrew will be going to college, so summer is pretty much in effect over. And I'm annoyed for a couple reasons. One is I did not go to Kings Island at all this year, yet I am the proud owner of a gold pass.
Yeah.
Which caused the family to sit together and say, do we really need to buy gold passes?
We
every
gave
year?
ours up. We stopped buying ours not last summer, but the summer before, because the kids didn't want to go anymore.
And then Andrew, by the way,
Yeah.
said, you guys don't need to buy me that ever again. And then I said, well, I don't think I need to buy one because you don't get your money's worth unless you go at least 3 times.
Yeah, you go 3 times, you pay for it.
Charlie practically lives there
Right.
in the summer. So we're
Yeah.
like, yeah, Charlie, we'll buy you yours.
We used to go all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it got to the point where I'm getting older. It's true. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
I can't ride more than a couple of roller coasters without getting really dizzy and nauseous.
Okay.
So I would ride Mystic Timbers and one other thing. And I'm like, all right, I'm done.
Yeah.
And Libby, after she had her shoulder surgery and then she had her back surgery, she says, I think I'm going to stop riding them. They're roller coasters.
Yeah.
So she gave up on those. And then it's like, so there's no point in us going. So we stopped going to Kings Island. We got a new car.
Yeah. Did you get another Kia?
No, we did not get another Kia.
No! God, please, no! No!
We bought a Mazda CX-50. It's a hybrid, and when you start that son of a bitch,
hybrid.
when you start it,
Yeah.
you can't tell that the car is started.
Isn't that awesome?
Because I started it, and I'm like, what did I do wrong?
Yeah.
And then I turned the car off.
Hey, what happened?
And I put it into gear,
Yeah.
and it won't go anywhere. It won't get into gear. I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah.
And then you start it again. I'm like, oh. You
Yeah.
know?
It ain't got no gas in it.
And,
That happened to me. I don't want to interrupt your story, but I have
Yeah.
to throw this in here. That happened with me in the Camry when I was in the dealership. They had me in the garage,
Yeah.
and they were the person the what do you call that salesperson that made the sale.
Yeah.
She's like, okay, go ahead and go, and I'm like it, and I stuck my head out. And I said, it's not starting. And she said, it's on.
Yeah.
You can, and like an idiot, I'm like pulling out.
Yeah.
It's awesome. It's really weird.
Oh, yeah, but it's great.
Yeah.
We tried buying a RAV4.
Okay.
And because I know you had luck with your Camry, and
Yeah.
Bess likes her Highlander.
Yeah.
And we had read and found there was a lot of great things about a RAV4. You know it's impossible to get a RAV4, a new one? There was a dealership here in Cincinnati that had a used one for like $2,000 less than a new one.
Toyotas hold their value.
And I'm like, well, why are we going to pay? Here's my philosophy.
What's your philosophy?
On buying a new car or a used car? If you buy, let's say you buy a used car that has 24,000 miles, something like that. If you buy a used car, that's like a year and a half, maybe 2 years that you could drive the car to put those miles on it yourself.
Right.
So I was in favor of getting a new car, and Libby was tossing around the idea of getting a used car. Anyway, we thought about getting a RAV4, and you could get one. You had to pre-order it, and then they would come in November.
My question is, what the hell?
I'm like, we need a car.
Did you use
now.
the site that I sent to you?
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
We did.
All
we
right.
did, and it didn't.
Didn't pan out.
No, not really. Well, I mean, it showed us some places, but we couldn't find that. So we had heard from reliable sources that Mazda, the Mazda has the same engine as their Toyotas do.
I read that Mazda has closed the gap on reliability. I checked reliability as soon as I saw that you got a Mazda, because I was looking for a reason to make you feel bad about your purchase.
That sounds like you.
Yeah, and I saw that they have closed the gap in reliability. Mazda, Toyota, Mazda. Just have at it.
And so we loved this car when we bought it. There's a guy at the Mazda dealership who goes by Marky Poo.
Okay.
And he calls his other coworkers, they're men, he calls them honey, muffin, hey, Toodles, hey, sweetie, can you? And
Well, you know.
we were loving every minute of it. And then Libby borrowed a pen, and she goes, I need to give this back to Marky Poo. Oh, Marky Poo. And he says, yes, Muffin. And she goes, here's your pen back. Thank you. So Marky Poo at the Mazda dealership took care of us, showed us all the things, but good God, man, it's like driving Tron.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out how to get to how to navigate and how to get to the music and how to get to the maps and what?
You do the same thing we do. We don't buy a car until we are literally forced to.
Yes.
Which means whenever we do buy a car, it's like we need to take a class.
Yes. If you buy a new car now, you absolutely have to take a class.
Yeah.
And not how to drive, but how to operate the frickin' car.
So you bought it locally.
Yes, we did.
I'm glad you said that.
Okay.
And did you explain to them that you were replacing a Kia?
Yes, we did tell them that story.
Did someone say they really drink the oil?
No, but several people said, yeah, they're known for this, and they're known for that. And one guy shook his head and says, yeah, that usually happens either at 70,000 miles or 120,000 miles. And they're like, oh, they weren't surprised at all.
Yeah.
Not in the slightest.
Before
that our
you-
Kia
yeah.
just out on us.
I have learned that if you want to know if you're making a good purchase, just look for the problems, especially on Reddit.
Yeah.
There's so many problems. Like, in all of them. Like Kia, that's where I told you every time I had a problem with the Kia, it was like, yep, that's what happens. Yep, headlights only last about 10 miles.
yeah.
And then blah, blah, blah.
They guzzle the oil.
They guzzle the oil. Yep.
Yeah. So we sold our Kia. I got rid of it, sold it to a guy, and he even agreed to go pick it up at the dealership. Now, at the Kia dealership here in town, I told the guy, I'm like, look, and I was so frustrated because not only were they not able to help me, but I paid to have the car towed to the Kia dealership so that they could run diagnostic on it. They said, we need to run diagnostic tests on it to see what the problem was and see if it's covered under, if there's a recall, if it's covered under any type of warranty. So we paid. Now, granted, I have State Farm insurance, and State Farm took care of the tow, which God love them. Thank you.
State Farm's
they're the Mac Daddy.
Yeah.
They took care of us hard on this whole situation we've had. So we paid to have the car towed to the dealership so they could run a diagnostic on it. They ran a diagnostic on it. You know what they said? Your engine's locked up. And I said, and by the way, you can't get a hold of anybody on the phone.
No.
You cannot get a hold of anybody.
No.
And when you call, you get an automatic AI response text.
Yeah.
Hi, thanks for calling Kia. Yeah, I was like,
This is Shirley.
So, I'm talking to the people at Kia, and they were... I said, I don't know why I have to pay for the diagnostic on this, because I knew the engine was locked up. We brought it here, and you told me that the engine's locked up. Anyway, I said, look, we're getting ready to go on a cruise. I'm trying to figure out what to do with the car, what to do with all this. I said, how long can we leave the car there while we figure this out? Because I think I had 2 days before we had to leave. I said, I can't do anything in 2 days. He says, leave the car here. It'll be fine. So in that time, Libby and I discussed, we're going to sell the Kia to somebody. And when we get home, then what we're going to do is we're going to make the final, the final deals final. Yeah. And then the guy who I sold it to agreed to go and get it at the Kia dealership.
There you go.
So we got home. I went and signed the forms and whatever, and he cut me a check. And I said, here's where the car is, and here are the keys, and thank you. We shook hands and all that. Yeah. So the next day... Or two days later, I texted him. I said, you know what? We forgot that we left something in the car. Can I come by and get it? He goes, oh, I went by the Kia dealership. They wouldn't let me have it. He didn't say it like that. He went by the dealership with his tow truck, and nobody would move cars around it to let him have access to it. And they waited for like a half hour, 45 minutes. Oh my gosh. And then I guess the place closed, and they had to leave. So I'm still... Even after after I got the check, after we said goodbye to this car, that we love this car, and we're still dealing with it. So I reached out to the Kia dealership again, and then to my guy, and I said they should be. Anyway, so I don't know if he has the car or not, but it's just been one nightmare after another.
I was about to say the people that you deal with at the dealership. I mean, who you're really mad at is the founder of Kia, Harold Kia.
Yes.
Or John Kia, the brothers.
Yeah. John Kia was the funny one. Harold Kia was the handsome one.
Yeah, but what you're talking about is straight up dealership stuff.
Yeah.
Like, why wouldn't they?
What? Yeah. And I told them in text and on the phone. Yeah, I was actually on the phone. I said, my guy is coming by tomorrow. No problem. Yeah. No problem at all. Have him come ask for me, and we will make sure that he can get it. Well, they didn't do that. So I'm like, I
was done with them when I had to have the airbags make it so the airbags would work.
Yeah, and
they recommended like $12,000 worth of repairs. I'm like, it's a Kia. I'm not gonna spend $12,000 on,
Yeah, I have one more Kia story to tell, and I'll tell it at the end of the podcast, and you'll understand why.
This portion of our show is brought to you by Uncle Chappie's Soothing Miracle Lip Balm. Hi, I'm Dave Lay, and I never leave the house if I have dry, chapped lips. That's why I always keep a few tubes of Uncle Chappie's Soothing Miracle Lip Balm handy. I keep one on the nightstand, one in my car, and one next to the microphone, so I can use it between sessions here at Irritable Dad Syndrome. I love it, and it comes in 5 flavors: lemon lime, vanilla cream, bubblegum, old-fashioned root beer, and spicy fajita. Right now you can buy 1 tube of Uncle Chappie's and get the next tube half off. Uncle Chappie's Soothing Miracle Lip Balm. the lip balm everyone's talking about. Now back to you guys in the studio.
I'm going to get into my cruise and some highlights of the cruise. But before that, I want to mention that I went to see John Mellencamp in concert. Now, I was hesitant to buy tickets for this because the past 4 or 5 times he's come to Cincinnati, I have checked out his set list. And like for the longest time, he was playing like the same 5 or 6 of his greatest hits and then a lot of his newer songs. Now, I have every album by John Mellencamp.
Okay.
I've got them all. I've seen him I saw him on the Scarecrow tour. I saw him on the Whenever We Wanted tour. He did a free concert in Johnson City, Bring Our MTV Back.
Okay.
And then he did a free concert at Fountain Square here in Cincinnati, just to say thanks for people following him all these years. I went to that. So I've always loved his music. Regardless, I've been hesitant because ticket prices are pretty steep for John Mellencamp.
Okay.
And he was doing like 13, 14 song sets.
Yeah.
With like the same 5 or 6 hits and then a smattering of newer stuff. And I was just like, I like a lot of his newer stuff. I love the hits that he's playing.
Yeah.
But he's skipping out on a lot of the middle stuff.
Okay.
Are you like that with U2? Do they do songs in the middle of their catalog that they just kind of glance over? Because that's something that a lot of artists do. They'll do their greatest hits. And then like there are 2 or 3 songs off the new album, and then they tend to forget the middle.
Well, with U2, the middle is their great. Like the middle is Joshua Tree, and yeah.
You are exactly right. You're exactly right. Anyway,
but I will say this. I'm sorry. On their Experience tour in 2018, I think they only played maybe 1 song from Joshua Tree.
Oh, okay.
They like ignored that album.
Yeah.
And we were looking around like,
what happened?
You got? I mean, they're legally, contractually obligated to play Where the Streets Have No Name.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure they played that. But otherwise, it was like, whoa.
Yeah. So anyway, I was very hesitant, and I didn't think I was going to go. And then he announced that it's the greatest hits, the Dancing Words tour.
Okay.
And he came on and he said, listen, I'm playing songs that I haven't played in 15, 20 years. I'm playing songs that I've never played live.
Okay.
I'm playing songs that this may be the last time I've ever played them live.
Yeah.
And I saw the set list of the first show, and I'm like, oh my God, 24 songs. And I bought the tickets the next day, and he did I Need a Lover. I've never heard him play I Need a Lover.
Yeah.
He did Ain't Even Done with the Night.
Okay.
I haven't heard that in 30 years. He was amazing. Now, he's been getting some because he did a show, and I totally...
Born in the USA.
Actually, you know what? He's done that before live.
I was going to say...
When Bruce Springsteen got his Kennedy Center honors, John Mellencamp came out and did Born in the USA.
I was going to say, there was always a rivalry between Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone, back and forth. In my mind, I don't know if it's true, but I've always thought there was like this little thing going back and forth between Mellencamp and Springsteen. Like, and on Mellencamp's tour, somebody walks in and says, Springsteen's doing this over here. Maybe we should think about doing that.
That's why Mellencamp did Pink Houses.
Yeah.
So actually, they're friends, and they did a duet on his last album.
Okay.
Yeah. So John Mellencamp was getting because he's been seen as like a crabby, old...
What?
He's just, and all he talks about is politics. I'm like, dude, that's all he's ever talked about is politics.
Yeah. What do you think Pink Houses is?
Why are you bringing that up? You're just noticing that now?
Yeah.
Seriously. So he was at a show. This was at a theater. And I completely 100% agree with John Mellencamp. He's doing this song, and then this guy, like 4 or 5 rows back, yapping, and John stops the show and says, hey, you, I wish you'd do me a favor and shut the up. And so Mike, he's like, I'm up here trying to play a song, and you won't stop yapping with this girl. And just if you're not going to shut up, just leave, whatever. And dude, there's all these comments of like, how dare he? And
come on.
It's the fans who keep him and bought him all his houses and all that stuff. I'm like, dude, I agree with him 1,000%.
Yeah.
When you go to a show, if you can't shut up, go home. Save it for the parking lot.
Hey, you in the red hat. Why don't you shut the up? You. If you got something to say, come on up here and say it. If not, shut the up.
But he was in a really good mood.
Okay.
He was in a great mood, and he was killing it. Song after song after song just sounded great. Now, he used to run just back and forth as hard as he could run, and he used to jump, and he would climb up ladders and slide down them. And when he would do Crumbling Down, they would bring out these, what are they called? The meters where you park. Like in the video, when he would run, he would jump over the thing. He doesn't do that anymore.
Yeah.
He's 74. He's not running and jumping and moving and grooving like he used to.
Yeah, like Mick Jagger is.
No, he is not. Now, Mick Jagger, I don't understand. Mick Jagger is... And Mick Jagger took the Captain America serum.
Yeah.
He had to have.
Yeah.
So, but John Mellencamp has slowed down significantly, and he's still smoking. There was a video of him. He was working out, getting ready for the tour. He's on a treadmill, smoking. He told Letterman, he's like, "Hey, man, you know, Keith Richards, he still smokes, and he's fine. Why would I want to quit smoking? But whatever. Yeah, I wish he'd quit smoking, but still, whatever." Anyway, during his show... This is like, he's got like 3 or 4 songs left, and he stops and he says, "Get a load of this guy." And the camera turns around. There's this dude completely passed out in row 3. He checked this guy out, and everybody laughs, and he's just mouth wide open, sound asleep, passed out. And he says, and man, he was jamming at the beginning of the show. He knew every word to every song, right? And so people had a big laugh about that. He does another song. Well, security comes up, and then John's like, "I didn't say he had to go. He's fine. Don't leave him there." But he brought out his brother. They did Hurt So Good, and you can watch this video performance on the YouTubes. His brother came out. His brother lives in Cincinnati. And my friend Michael Flannery went to the show with me. Okay. Michael Flannery knows his brother.
Oh.
John, or is it Joe Mellencamp?
Joe Mellencamp.
Yeah, Joe Mellencamp. And Michael texted Joe before the show, says, "Hey, here's a picture of our tickets. We're probably farther away than you are for this show tonight." And he's thinking, you know, Joe will say, "Hey, you know what? If you're at the show, why don't you meet us backstage?"
Yeah.
That didn't happen.
No.
Joe says, "Thank you for your text, Michael." That was the most polite diss.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, John Mellencamp, I can't thank him enough for his music, and the show was just fantastic. And his tour is over. By the time this episode drops, his tour is completely over with. But there were just thousands of people there, and it was such a good show.
Right here on PV15.
Libby and I, we went on a cruise. We took the boys with us. We went on an 8-day cruise or a 9-day cruise? And we went to St. Thomas. That's the Virgin Islands. We went to St. Thomas, Puerto
You didn't
Rico.
go to those whore islands.
No, we didn't go to any whore islands.
Yeah.
No, we saw 0 whores. And I was looking.
Okay.
Wait.
Yeah.
So Puerto Rico, that's the home of Bad Bunny.
Yeah. Rich port in French is what that is.
Yes.
Yeah.
We went to the Dominican Republic, and our last stop was the Bahamas. Okay. So all beautiful. We had perfect weather. It was beautiful every single day we were on the boat, every single excursion we took. The only time we got rain was on our very last day after we had the ship had docked and we were back in Orlando, right?
Okay.
So we go, and I thought, as great a trip this was, I thought I was going to die more than several times on this trip. And it was a great trip. Okay. So the first thing we did was we went to Orlando. Now, we flew Frontier Airlines. And I'm going to tell you right now, Frontier Airlines is the worst. Absolutely the worst. You save your money on the tickets. Oh, but they get it back. Yeah. They charge you for carry-on bags. God forbid
They charge you for carry-on
They
bags?
charge you for carry-on bags, Mike. You're allowed a carry-on bag that you pay for, and then a personal item. Now, if your personal item doesn't fit in the little thing that they have there, they have a thing.
Personal pouch thing?
A pouch measuring device. And if you can't fit in there, they charge you for that.
Wow.
Yes. And they are stringent, and they are rude. They were so rude. And so we're
not a fan.
Not a fan. We were weighing our luggage the night before, and we were trying to figure out, it's like, okay, so Libby's bag is over the 40-pound limit. And it's not because she brought a lot of clothes and stuff. It's because her suitcase, somebody had to bring the extra stuff. Like
Somebody had to bring the weights.
the pull bags, and the
Parachute.
snorkel mask, the ball bearings, all
Right.
that stuff.
The uranium.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, science.
We knew that one bag was going to be over, so we figured, okay, so we'll check these 2 bags, and then we'll pay the overage on her bag. Right. Well, that was the wrong thing to do, because they made her pay for her bag, and then they made her pay for the bag, and then some for the overage. She ended up paying close to $200 some.
What?
$200 some to check her bag. Now, when you pay for that, you pay for it going there and back. But still, and again, the people were rude. Now, there may be people who work for Frontier Airlines who are saints, and they're the nicest people in the world.
Well,
and if those people exist, we did not see them at CVG Airport. We did not see them at Orlando Airport.
I'm going to say they don't exist, and here's why.
Okay.
If they have all these policies, these policies sound insane.
Yeah.
And normal people probably cop an attitude when they hear the policy.
Yeah.
So they need somebody that can match that energy. So if your job is just, no, you can't bring a banana on the flight without the banana fee, you end up being, you got to be like that.
You know what? It wouldn't surprise me at all if they charged you per banana.
Yeah.
Banana.
They weren't nice at all. And filling out our
That's
forms.
disappointing.
Yeah, it was, because it was a rough way to start out our vacation. Because you're going on a trip, you're so excited, you get to the airport and you're met with rudeness and hostility.
I will say that I'm not interrupting you. Give me 30 seconds, but it reminds me of when we did Disney and then we did the Universal right after. There's something to be said for polite customer service.
Yes.
And Disney was bending over backwards to be polite and nice. And at Universal, not so much.
No,
they were kind of jerks.
Yeah.
And it really, it takes away from the whole thing. It took away from your sky journey.
It did.
Yeah.
It totally took away from our trip. I got maybe 2 hours of sleep. We get on the airplane and I conk out.
Yeah.
I completely conk out. I woke up, we're in the sky. We're completely flying, and I look now. Oh, another thing with Frontier. Do you know that when you fly now, you have to pay to pick your seat per seat?
What?
You pay to pick where you sit. No. So Libby was like figuring all this stuff out last minute. She's like, "What?" She said, "We got to pay to pick where we sit." And there's a ridiculous amount of money to pay. And you got to pay to pick where you sit going and coming back. So she's like, screw this.
Yeah, did you just go random?
Yeah, we did. And I told her, I said, look, I love you and I love the kids. But if I have to be on an airplane for 2 hours and not sit next to you guys, I think I'm going to live.
You'll live.
I'm going to be fine.
Yeah.
And she says, me too. And the boys, they didn't care. So that's
now
what we
maybe
did.
if you have an infant, that's kind of rude.
Right,
just put it up there next to Roger and Earl.
Right.
But
anyway, so I get on the plane, I conk out, I wake up, we're in the sky, and I asked the 2 ladies sitting next to me, I said, are we flying? She goes, oh yeah, she says, you were gone. I said, did I miss the emergency thing in the event? She said, yeah. I said, okay.
Yeah.
And then she says, you want a Starburst? I'm like, sure. So I'm sitting there taking candy from a stranger. And then after I'm eating this, I'm like, maybe I should have done that.
Get roofied on the plane.
Exactly. Maybe
by
this
a Starburst.
is. And so I thought, is that going to kill me? Probably not. It's probably. The 2 ladies had Cokes, right?
Okay.
And I said, wow, I missed the safety thing. And I missed the drinks. And he goes, oh, no, they didn't bring drinks. We paid for these. $4.50 a can for a Coke.
Wow. Dude.
A can, a Coke was $4.50.
Yeah.
So,
well, they got to fly it up to the plane.
that's right.
Yeah.
What they do is they have 2 planes fly side by side, and then they transfer the Cokes.
It's a drone.
Over.
Yeah.
We go to Orlando. We go to Cocoa Beach.
Which is where John Hershey invented chocolate.
Really?
No.
So so stupid. I'm so stupid. I am so stupid.
No, I do that to Bess all the time.
You caught me off guard.
I did. I felt bad immediately. I felt like I just kicked a puppy.
Well, I knew John
I'm
Hershey
sorry.
is the guy who invented chocolate.
Is his name actually John?
No.
I was trying to come up
See,
with
now I got you.
Okay.
We went to Cocoa Beach and we spent the day at the ocean, and it's a cool beach. We went out to eat and I had an alligator sandwich. I really had a sandwich made out of alligator. What's alligator taste like? That's a good question, Mike. Tastes like crocodile.
Okay.
Because they're the same animal.
Yeah.
They're the same. The next day we go and we get on the cruise. Now, I don't know if anybody listening has ever taken a cruise, but when you get on a cruise ship, they steer you in. It's like you're going to the freaking military. You're going to the Marines. Everybody get in the line. Have your passport in one hand. Have your ID in another. Everybody has to have their own password. Everybody has to hold their old ID. Let's go. Move it. Walk. Single file.
They're not putting up with any.
They're not at all.
Hey, they got a schedule to keep.
After we got on the boat, it was 3 or 4 hours before the boat left.
Yeah.
But they're just, let's move.
Yeah.
I thought I was joining the Marines.
Yeah.
Anyway, we get on the boat, and the first thing we did was we got to our room and checked out our room's awesome. For this cruise, we had a balcony. So we could go outside and stand on our balcony and see the ocean every morning. It was worth
because
the
last one you said you were down in the engine room.
It was close. It was close.
Yeah.
Our last one was so small. We had our bed and then 2 beds that pulled down from the ceiling over top of us.
Yeah.
And literally, someone would have to go outside the room if everybody was getting. It was so small.
I think Jacob had to sleep in a hammock hanging over the side of the ship.
Jacob and Cameron slept in the monkey beds, and Libby and I slept in the bed underneath it. So our bed was a little bit bigger. Actually, it was a lot bigger. But we had that balcony, and you could go out on the balcony every morning, which we did. And
did you pee off the balcony?
I did not.
Okay. You thought about it.
Well, you can't clear because if you did that, you would just pee on the deck.
Yeah, but that's
of the ship underneath.
That's down there. Yeah.
That's true.
That's true.
Which is not your problem.
I don't think so.
It was like a 9-day cruise, and there were 4 days on the boat where there's sea days. Oh my God, sea days are the best days ever because Libby and we got these very comfortable chairs. There's the main deck where all the sunbathers are.
Okay.
And then there's the second deck, and then there's the top deck. The second deck is covered.
Okay. Yeah.
So we scouted out. Libby got up. Like, we were both, here we are on vacation. We're still awake at 6:30 or 7 in the morning. Every morning.
You can't turn that off.
No, you can't. I'm like, I'm on vacation. Why can't I sleep in? But I'm glad we didn't because we got up and went and saved a couple of chairs there. And we sat our asses down, and we relaxed all day long. We listened to music. There would be this like calypso steel drummer come out and perform for us. And they had movies. It's called a dive-in movie. They had a dive-in movie every night.
Okay.
So, but I mean, we had, and there's a Guy's Burgers, Guy Fieri, his burger restaurant.
Yeah.
We had a Guy's Burger, at least one every day.
Okay.
You can get all the soft serve ice cream you want.
Was this one of those all-inclusive deals where you just eat whatever?
Yes, but we didn't get an alcohol package.
Okay.
It's extra if you want to drink alcohol.
Okay.
It's like $700 if you want an alcohol package. Hey, if you drink, knock yourself out. I love you. Have fun with your booze. It's not my scene. And when you go to the dining room, the main dining room, the fancy schmancy one, there were some meals that were extra, like the surf and turf or the whatever. And we didn't get that either. So anyway, the sea days were awesome. But our first excursion we had was in St. Thomas. Okay. This is the first time I thought I was going to die.
Okay.
We get off in St. Thomas, and there's a lot of people around waiting. Hey, do you need a cab ride? Do you need a taxi? Do you need a cab?
Yeah.
I'll take you wherever you want to go. Come on with me, man. I'll take you wherever you want to go. I'm like, I bet you will.
Yeah.
I bet you will. So there's a guy who was there, and he says, I can take you to Emerald Bay. Emerald Bay Resort is this really beautiful resort. Okay. And it's free to get in there and use the beach. And we're like, well, okay, so all we really got to do is pay for the cab ride out there.
Yeah.
We're like, okay. So we're like, yes, take us please to Emerald Bay. He says, okay. So we think this is a taxi. This isn't a taxi, Mike. This is a bus that does not have doors on the sides.
Did it have free candy spray painted on the side of it?
No. But and there's no seat belts or anything.
Okay.
So you get in, and there's no side on the left.
Yeah.
Right. And so you slide down the row, and you're holding on. And
were you in a cattle car?
When I say holding on, I mean holding on for dear life.
Yeah.
Because they are passing people on curves.
Okay.
With cars coming at you. I'm like, Libby. She says, honey, I think we're gonna be fine. I'm like, okay. And and then he passes someone else. Then he passes someone else.
Yeah.
Then he passes someone else. Anyway, we got to Emerald Bay, and Emerald Bay has got to be one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen in my life. Emerald, we're talking like beautiful teal water, and you walk out to your nose and you look down, you can still see your feet. It's so clear, clear, and it was absolutely gorgeous. And we saw a guy walking around in a bikini.
Okay.
That was fun.
Okay.
I don't know if he lost a bet.
Yeah.
And Libby and I went to get something to eat. And she goes, honey, don't look, but behind you there's a guy in a bikini. And I said, huh?
Now,
and it was a thong bikini, Mike.
That was okay.
It was a thong.
I didn't know how best to ask that question.
It was a thong bikini.
Okay.
And he didn't want it riding up his shaft there. So his cranker, whatever you want to call it, his crack. So he took the thong to the side. And he's walking around in this thong bikini. And of course we said, hey kids, come here. Check that guy out. And they're like, Wait,
so the flosser was going around a cheek?
Yes, he moved it around one of his cheeks. Because he didn't want it up the credit card slot.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you don't want to get wet, don't sit in the splash zone.
That's
right. If you don't,
right.
What? If you don't want the old,
yeah. Exactly. Yeah. All right. The next day, we go to Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is the bomb. So we decided...
It's Russian for rich port.
Is that right? Yeah. That's where they invented chocolate.
That's correct.
So we get to Puerto Rico. We decided that this is going to be the day that we become tourists, and we're going to go on a tour of the city. So we went to New San Juan and Old San Juan.
Oh.
And Albert is our tour bus driver who also passes people on the left around corners, curves with cars. I was like, oh my God.
Was Albert large? Did he go, hey, is he going around
Puerto Rico?
Yeah.
I'm like, man, you're like school on Saturday. No class. No, he wasn't. Albert's like from New York.
Okay.
But he had lived in Puerto Rico his whole life, so he spoke fluent Spanish.
Okay.
And by the way, these Spanish people, I couldn't understand a damn thing they were saying.
What the hell did you just say?
So we're going around New San Juan and Old San Juan and Puerto Rico. God, is that a cool city. Such a cool city. We had so much fun. We took 1,000 pictures.
It's where the RICO Act was invented by John Rico.
John Rico, yeah. And while we were driving around, this lady on our bus, she sees this Walmart, and it's a 3-story Walmart.
I mean...
in the middle of town.
Okay.
And I've never seen a Walmart on a corner. I've never seen a Walmart that wasn't smaller than an entire football arena, right?
Yeah.
Right, a football field. So I see this 3-story Walmart. She's like, I want to go to Walmart. And Albert's like, you don't really want to go? She goes, no, I do. Can we stop at Walmart? And he said, he was like, well, lady, we've kind of got a tour to do. I mean, I could drop you off, but I've got to take everybody else, and I don't want to leave you here in the middle of San Juan. She goes, I do want to go to Walmart. And she's laughing about it. And I jumped in, of course. Of course I jumped in. And I said, look, Albert, how can you go to every Walmart in the world if you don't go to the one in Puerto Rico? And she said, that's right.
Yes.
So got a big laugh. We did not go to Walmart. Though. So we passed the first. That's the only time I've seen a 3-story Walmart.
Yeah, you made Albert's job hard for a little bit.
I got a laugh out of everybody on the bus was like, this guy's funny, and we enjoy having him on the tour with us. Yeah.
Number 4.
Fourth stop was the Dominican Republic.
That's where John Domino invented dominoes. That joke just doesn't get old. He could recycle that thing.
The Republic of Dominica was hot. It was so hot.
A little warm, wasn't it?
Yeah. So now on this excursion,
it's a dry heat.
Oh my God, it was so hot and humid.
Yeah.
So freaking hot. So this is where we went to see the monkeys.
Okay.
The spider monkeys.
Okay.
And we went zip lining. Okay.
Okay.
As I mentioned before, the spider monkeys. Oh my God. I would do this every single day of my life if only I could. We went to this place and they would put parrots on your head.
Okay.
Put parrots on your shoulder. They had capybara there.
Okay.
It was awesome. And then we go into the room like, okay, are you guys ready to see the monkeys? We're like, yeah. And he goes, okay. And they released him. He goes, attack.
Oh, okay.
And all these little adorable
Yeah.
spider monkeys came out. And they would run across your lap. They'd run on your arm. They'd get on top of your head and do that type of thing.
Yeah.
And they were originally, when they came in, they were like jumping all over everybody else. And I'm like, I want to be touched by a monkey. Where's my monkey? I want my monkey.
Just got our website flagged. But that's okay. That's okay.
But no, I was like, I paid money to touch monkeys and to have monkeys touch me.
Yes.
Anyway, so
and you were not in the contiguous United States. It's perfectly legal.
Dominican Republic isn't part of the United States at all,
which is not part of the contiguous United States.
Oh, right.
Yes.
Well, one.
Jesus.
Okay, one, I don't know what contiguous means.
I don't either.
And two, there is no two.
It's where John Contagious invented. Okay,
that's right.
Yes, right.
That's right. But they said, don't worry, everybody gets to touch the monkeys, and they brought these monkeys over, and we had a paparazzi,
a monkey
there.
off.
Yeah, we had a monkey off. No, they had a paparazzi guy. They called him your paparazzi, and he took pictures of you with all the monkeys and everything.
Yeah.
So I had a monkey climb on my head, and then Cameron and Jacob had monkeys go down their shirt.
Okay.
And it was so awesome. It was worth the entire trip seeing these little spider monkeys. So after we saw the spider monkeys, this is where we went ziplining. Now, Libby and I, this is the third or fourth time we thought we were going to die. We seriously thought we were going to die. Because it was hot.
Yeah.
Now, Libby has arthritis. Okay. And we were walking from one zip line to the next, and there were a lot of hills. And we forgot that it's hard to walk hills in the heat.
Yeah.
And the kids were like a mile ahead of us.
Yeah.
We're like, boys, we'll catch up. Okay. They were gone. We're like, were you going to check on us? Like, we knew where you were.
Yeah.
We were like the third zip line. Libby and I both were like, why did we do this? And Libby's like, Darin, I literally think I'm going to die. And I'm trying to be encouraging and supportive. And I said, honey, we got this. She goes, you go ahead. I'm like, no, I'm going to stay here. You and I, we got this. We'll take 5 steps and we'll break. And then we'll take 5 steps. Let's go over here and find this shade. Okay, so we went to the shade and we rested. And we went 5 more steps and we rested. We walked and walked. And then we get to our next zip line. And I'm like, what the There was this giant wooden tower that we had to walk up 4 flights of steps.
Oh.
And I'm like, are you kidding me?
Wow.
Okay. And I have never sweat so much in my life. And we got done with the zip lining, and we're like, we are never zip lining again, especially in the Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
But after we were done, we had a traditional Dominican Republic meal, which was chicken and what's that? It looks like a banana. Plantain. Chicken, plantain, rice, red beans. Oh my God, I devoured it. I couldn't eat it fast enough. It was so yummy. So, but yeah, the Dominican Republic was awesome. And then the last stop that we had was in the Bahamas. And there was this place called Celebration Key where we get off. And it's the biggest pool I've ever seen in my life. You're walking through this pool. It just goes on and on and on and on forever. And we chilled by the pool and we went into the ocean. I got some coral. I'm not supposed to take coral, but I got some.
Yes, you smuggled some out.
I did. Oh, and then we got this warning. Attention. They're like, everybody needs to leave the pool and the ocean immediately. There is a threat of bad weather.
Oh.
And we need to leave immediately. So everybody just gets up and starts rushing toward the boat.
Okay.
And Libby's like, why? Why are we doing this? I'm like, because there's a threat of bad weather. But why are we leaving? Yeah. Again, because there's a threat of bad weather. We're supposed to leave. But can't we just stay here? Honey, everyone's getting back on the boat.
Yeah, they're going to leave you there.
Well, they weren't going to leave us, but we got back on the boat.
Yeah.
And it was so frustrating because here's the thing. When you get on an excursion on a cruise, And when you get back on the boat, there's like 700 people and 4 elevators trying to get up to where they go.
Yeah.
So we got back, went back up to the room. No bad weather came.
Okay.
Libby's like, I'm going back to the beach. She says, I'm never here. I'm going back to the beach.
Yeah.
There's a hammock. I'm going back. And I was like, okay, I was tired. I didn't
Yeah.
feel like going back and then coming back. So she went back to the beach and had her hammock time. So it was awesome.
You're listening to Irritable Dad Syndrome, the nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, stuffy head fever so you can rest podcast.
On the upper deck where there's this giant pool and they have dive-in movies. There's one night where Libby was sitting out there and she went out there to get seats, but she couldn't get enough seats. So she found one. I got up there later and I found her and I said, do you want me to look up on the next deck and see if I can find some seats? And she says, sure. So I go up on the upper deck and walk around, and sure enough, I found 3 seats because Jacob was going to come up and watch the other movie with us. So I find the 3 seats. Now, I don't have anything to put in the seats to hold them, to save them. So I figured, I told Libby, I'm going up to get these seats.
Yeah.
So if I don't go back, she's going to assume that I've found the seats, and she's going to come up.
Right.
Wrong. So I'm standing there and I can see her from where I am, and she can see me if she would just look up, which she's not doing. And so everyone's watching this movie and I can't go, Libby, I've got, And so I'm standing there, Mike, and I'm waving. I'm waving my arms. And she doesn't see me. I'm waving, and I'm like,
"Could you throw something and hit her?"
No, I wasn't close. If I had a Frisbee, I would have.
Yeah.
And like 5 minutes passes and 10 minutes pass. I'm like, she knows that I'm up here looking for a seat.
Yeah.
So I got frustrated. I went back down. I'm like, did you wonder where I was?
Yeah.
I'm up here and I'm saving the seats.
Yeah.
And so she goes, oh, crap, I'm sorry.
Yeah. So the moral of the story is if you go on a cruise, bring a slingshot.
Yes.
Right. Yeah, something.
A laser pointer.
Yeah. Well, that's safer. Yeah.
So we get back up there and somebody has taken the seats. There was another night where they had, you would have loved this. I don't know if you like dancing, if you like going to doing that.
I can shake a leg.
Can you shake your tail leather? Yeah. They had a silent disco.
Oh, where you put the things in.
You put the headphones on.
Yeah.
And there were 3 channels. There was the red channel, green channel, and the blue channel.
Okay.
When we got there, everybody was listening to the blue channel because the blue channel had "That's the Way," I like it. I want to put on my boogie shoes, and I Want You Back by the Jackson 5.
Okay.
And Shake Your Groove thing, and
and
funk music from the 70s, and disco music and stuff like that. And then I'm looking around, and some people had changed over to the green channel, and I turned over to the green to see what was going on. Is like Miley Cyrus, Party in the USA, and Bruno Mars. What's his the Bruno Mars song, and that's really cool. And then
Buckner and Garcia, Pac-Man Fever.
Yes. And then you flick over to the red channel. All 3 channels were great, but they would vary between old and new music and stuff. And it was so much fun. And Libby and I danced our asses off. And it was like an hour and a half, almost 2 hours long. And when they played the last song, Libby and I don't know that we've ever done this, but we high-fived. And she goes, we did it. We lasted as long as these punk kids. We did. We closed the place down. We shut it down. Yeah. So the last thing we did, we docked in Orlando. The boat parks, and we get off the ship at 8 a.m. Our flight is until 9 p.m. So we're like, what are we going to do? And then we thought again, do we go to Universal Studios? Do we go to this? And we thought about...
How long did you have?
13 hours.
Oh, yeah.
13 hours to kill.
Yeah.
So we thought about going to Universal, but then we're like, no, we're not going to buy tickets in advance for this because what if it rains? And it did rain the last day we were in Florida.
Okay.
So we thought, let's go to the Kennedy Space Center.
Okay.
Have you ever been?
I have been. When I was a kid, I was there. Yeah,
Oh, my God.
We saw them actually moving a shuttle. Like it was being moved from one. They have these big, did they have the big where they build them or whatever?
Yeah.
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 So we get to the Kennedy Space Center. Now, we were trying to order tickets online.
Okay.
And there was a thing. It was like it wouldn't allow us to do it. It was weird. There was something we were screwing it up, or there was something wrong with the website. So we called and we spoke with Debbie.
Okay.
Debbie works at the Kennedy Space Center, and Debbie is a saint.
Okay.
Debbie deserves to be Employee of the Month at the Kennedy Space Center. I said, hey, we're trying to get 4 tickets for today. We can't get them on the website. Something's going on. She goes, I can get them for you right now. Oh, great. And she says, yeah, okay. And is anybody in the family military? I'm like, yeah, my wife is. Okay, great. Da-da-da-da-da. And since you're calling on the phone, you get the whatever discount.
Yeah.
We saved $80 ordering them directly from Debbie,
Oh.
then getting them on the website.
Okay.
And
Debbie does tickets.
Debbie does tickets.
Yeah.
And here's the cool thing. We didn't know what to do with our luggage.
Oh.
So we thought we were going to have to drive to someplace and
Yeah.
store our luggage for an extra. By the way, there were so many things on our trip that cost extra.
Mm-hmm.
You can do this, but if you want to have a drink, it's going to cost extra. You can
Yeah.
do this, but if you need to check your bags, it's going to be extra. You can do this, and if you need to something. They keep your luggage for free. They checked it, and anyway, so we went in. The highlight for me, the best thing about, and we should have went earlier, and there were so many things about the Kennedy Space Center that I missed. But this is why it's important to pay attention. So we're on this bus, and it's driving us around the entire complex, and it's coming back, and they said, you're going to notice this building. Now, inside this building is the Space Shuttle Atlantis.
Okay.
And they said, people are going to wonder, how did they get the Atlantis inside the building? We built the building around Atlantis. We didn't put the Atlantis into it. We built the building around it. Okay. So I knew that. Still, we get into the building and we walk this long, curvy ramp, whatever,
Yeah.
to get to the exhibit. So we get there, they open the door, we're looking at the exhibit. This is cool, and that's really cool, and that's cool, and I didn't know that, and that's cool, and check that out. Ooh, science stuff and space.
Yeah. There's
Cool.
Spock.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Leonard Nimoy's here.
Yeah.
The occipital area of my head seems to have impacted with the arm of the chair.
So we go in, and they're showing us this movie about when they decided to make Atlantis, and it's there's actors. It wasn't a documentary. It was a made thing. It's a documentary.
Bronson Pinchot's in it.
Exactly. Balky and Henry Winkler. It was
Alan Alda.
Anyway, we're watching this movie about the creation of the Atlantis space shuttle, and the last scene of this movie that we're watching is Atlantis, and it's like flying towards the camera.
Okay.
And then what happens, Mike? The screen goes up, and there is Atlantis facing us, and we're all like, oh my God.
That's badass.
That was so bad. It's hanging from the ceiling.
Wow.
Okay? You can see the top of it. You can walk underneath it. You can walk all the way around it. And
wow.
And I was like, how'd they get this thing in here? Oh, I knew that. I knew that.
Yeah.
They built the building around it.
Yeah.
And I had to keep telling myself, they built the building around it. But it was the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life.
That's awesome.
In my life.
That's awesome.
So awesome.
What is your favorite moment from Irritable Dad Syndrome? Tell us now at our Facebook page or leave us a message at our website, irritabledadsyndrome.com.
On the way home, Frontier Airlines, again, they were jerks. We get to MCO. That's the airport in Orlando. There was some weather. And this is another time I thought I was going to die because several, and I mean several flights were canceled or delayed. And there were people laying on the floor. They were sitting in the windowsills. All the seats were taken. It was very, very crowded. Now, I don't get claustrophobic, but when there's a ton of people, I mean a ton of people, it does make me very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And I thought, if people really started to riot like in a prison, this is probably what it's going to be like. So I was nervous about that. But we're going through Frontier, and Libby's trying to check us in, and she's trying to do it on the website.
Yeah.
And the Frontier website you would get to this stage, and then you do this thing, and you click OK, and then you go to this thing, and then you get to the final step, and it doesn't give you the thing to agree to the final step. And she's like, where's the final step? So she made the mistake of asking this lady, where's the final step? She's like, why aren't you doing this on the website? And Libby's like, I am on the website, and it won't allow me to. She goes, can you go over there and try that thing over there? And so Libby's frustrated. So we go over there, and she's trying to
go over there and try that thing over there trick.
So she's trying to check us in again. All the while, more people are asking this lady, am I in the right place? What am I going to do? She's getting more and more frustrated with all these people. Finally, this guy yells at her, I don't know what I'm doing. Can you talk nicely to me? Threw his hands in the air and walked away. Just walked away from her. And I'm like, well, this is just fantastic. So this lady, not only can she not help us, she's not even sorry that she cannot help us.
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't know what to tell you. So we walked past her, and we went right to where you check in your bags.
Okay.
Now, I thought, this is where you check in the bags. They're going to bitch at us because we should have filled this out before we came to them.
Yeah.
And Libby tells the second lady, I don't know why, because I'm trying to do this online, and it keeps telling me to get here, and then the lady's like, well, that ain't right. And she said, try this, and try this, and try this, and try this. And she was
somewhat trying to help.
Somewhat helpful, but still, I don't think she wanted us to be there.
Yeah.
Libby ended up deleting.
Which you think she would be more helpful, because if she succeeds, you won't be there anymore. Right? You'll be away.
Exactly. So Libby ended up having to delete the Frontier app off her phone, reload it, and then we were able to check in. And then the lady weighs our bags. Now, coming down there, only one bag was overweight. Now all three of our bags are overweight. So she says, you're going to need to redistribute the bags.
Oh my gosh.
And so I'm like, well, do we need to do this here, or where do we take them? Or, and so we're about to unzip them and take 2 pounds out of this and 3 pounds out of that and put it over. The lady's finally like, just give them to me. And so I put them on there. My bag was 2 pounds overweight. That's fine. And she pushes it through. Cameron and Jacob, their bags were 3 pounds overweight. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
Just she just wanted us out of there.
Yeah.
The people we went to our gate or whatever you call it, and they're like, if you're not in rows 1 through 4, please don't stand in the aisle.
Yeah.
Don't stand there if you're not 1 through 4. I'm telling you that they were rude.
Yeah.
They were just rude.
Yeah.
I'm like, guys, you're really not ending my vacation nicely. But our flight home was delayed an hour and a half.
Wow.
But other flights were canceled.
Not that bad.
Other flights were canceled. While we were in the airport, this woman, she says, you know what? You look like you're a comedian. I said,
what, I'm funny looking?
Wait, what you think? What am I, a clown? What am I here to amuse you? And I told her, I said, well, I've done stand-up, but, I do a comedy podcast. She goes, what's your podcast? And I told her. And
marketing.
And I wrote the whole trip off because it was a business expense.
Yeah.
So she's like, Irritable Dad Syndrome. Irritable Dad Syndrome. Irritable Dad Syndrome.
Yeah.
Syndrome?
Jesus, lady.
Syndrome.
Yeah.
Irritable Dad. And so she typed that in on her phone, and she says, are you on Spotify? Yes, we're on Spotify. We're anywhere you get the... Okay.
Anywhere you hear things.
Yeah. And it's Irritable Dad. Okay.
Oh, my God. No wonder we're not... nobody's listening to us.
Anyway, so she lays down on the floor with her head propped up on the windowsill.
Yeah.
And Jacob wasn't sitting in the chair where Libby had saved him. And I'm like, you can sit in this chair if you want. No, I'm fine. Yeah. So anyway, I don't know if she listened.
She sounds like our target audience.
I don't know if she listened to us or not. So anyway, we fly home. We get off of Frontier Airlines, and I'm like, thank you. And I'm wanting to just tell, it's like, I'm never flying you guys again. Anyway, so we get to CVG Airport. We get our bags.
Yeah.
And then the shuttle is taking us out to the parking lot
where
we get our car. Now, we're getting our rental car, which is a black Nissan with a Texas plate.
Yeah.
And
wait, you got a rental car at the?
Yeah, we had a rental car because of Jacob's accident. Because Jacob's car was still in the shop.
I got you.
We had the rental car.
Yep.
So we're in the shuttle and we're driving around trying to find all the cars. There's like 6 people in the shuttle, and we go to the first one, which is row 5 and 6.
Yeah.
The lady who was next, her car was in row 11.
Okay.
Our car was between 14 and 15.
Yeah.
So she says, I'm in row 11. So the guy gets to row 11 and he hangs right. He's got a lead foot.
Yeah.
He is driving pretty fast.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, let me know when you see the car. What color is it? She goes, it's silver. So you don't see it? No. He whips around.
Yeah.
Goes to the other side. Do you see it yet? No.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why he's asking her if she's, I did see it.
I'm just enjoying the ride.
Do you see it yet? And he says, no. So then we circle around and go again. And she doesn't see it. And then he says, maybe it's on, are you sure it's not on the west side?
Yeah.
And she goes, well, maybe. So he goes on the west side and drives. Do you see it yet? No. Are you sure it's silver?
Okay.
Yes. I'm pretty sure my car is silver.
Yeah.
And so then he whips it around, and it's like a ride at Kings Island.
Yeah.
He is really like almost throwing you out of your seat.
Yeah.
And he whips it around. And he goes, what kind of car is it? And she says, it's a Kia.
Oh.
And I like, oh my God. Still, I've got Kias ruining my. It's a Kia Forte. She says. So we drive around some more and now she's getting embarrassed and she's like, look, you can take everybody else to their car and we can come back to me, because she felt bad because we're all like, would you find your car?
Yeah.
Anyway, so he says, okay. So he goes to us and he finds our car, and I'm getting out and I looked at her, I said, I hope you find your car even though it's a Kia. She looked at me like, what?
Yeah, you should probably thought.
So that was the trip.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, it was great. We met so many great people, saw so many amazing things, had fantastic food, and we saw parts of this great flat Earth that we never get to see.
Yeah, were you worried at any point that the cruise ship might just go over the edge?
I was. And speaking of flat Earth, while we were in the Kennedy Space Center, nobody wanted to talk to me because I had two serious questions. One is, why are we afraid of the Martians?
Yeah.
And when, Mercury's the biggest, angriest
They're right
planet.
there.
The Mercurians could attack us
any
day, and we'd be caught with our pants down, being afraid of the Martians.
Yeah.
And then my second question was, everyone's talking about the Earth being flat. The moon is also flat.
Yeah.
And we've been on the moon.
Yeah.
And how come they're not telling us that?
That's right.
Nobody wanted to talk to me about
that.
And the kids, like, Dad, stop.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah. Yeah.
Speaking of stop, we're going to stop this episode. I'm glad to be back. I'm so glad to be back.
I'm glad you're back.
And I'm glad to talk to you guys again.
Yep.
I want you to know that if you go to irritabledadsyndrome.com, you can listen to every episode we have. Hey, if you go back and listen to the Irritable Dad Syndrome Best Of Volume 6, that's the best of last year.
Yeah.
And last year was a very good year for us.
And there's a special prize inside the episode.
Yes. There is.
Yeah.
No, actually, at the end of that episode, there is a clip that heretofore was only released to our patrons.
Yes.
But now we've given it to you. So when you listen to Best of Volume 6, stay to the end, and it's about the Nazis, and you'll love it.
All right. Yes.
We hope to see you next week on Irritable Dad Syndrome.
Irritable Dad Syndrome is a Mike Odell, Darin Cox production, and don't you forget it.
Oh, whatever. I'll get back to that later. Hi, I'm Darin.
I'm Mike.
Welcome to Irritable Dad Syndrome, Cincinnati's comedy podcast. This is episode 322, and I sound sexy as hell.
If you follow our episodes... Damn it.
Hi, I'm Darin.
I am Mike.
Welcome to...
If you focus, that was the sound of failure.
Okay.
Yeah. Here we go.
No, I don't really want an ass thing.
I mean, you can manipulate your...
My ass?
No.
No, I was walking around and I had my Captain America shirt on.
What up, huggy heads? Yatch. Why is this focused?
Captain America.
What are you doing?
Just a little bit sticky. So, where was I?
John Mellencamp. You're asking me what's happening on the show? It's about the Nazis. We hope you like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, you in the red hat. Why don't you shut the up? You.
Have a great day and stay cool.